This is a relaxed reincarnation theme. Please correct me in the comments if there is a wrong story. If you are interested in this new anime, don't forget to like and comment. Thank you guys. The story begins when a man is having a dream when he is hospitalized because he suffers from a chronic disease. Before long, the man woke up and carried out his activities as a farmer as usual. This man is named Hiraku Machio and lives with his many wives and girlfriends. Machio also has a lot of kids, and I'm not going to count or call their names because there are too many. All the girls look happy and do their daily activities. Then two Machio's wives approach him to chat and give affection as usual. Machio also tells them he had a dream last night, remembering the previous world. Machio didn't expect that he could live a healthy life in another world and get such a peaceful state.
本当にあの頃の俺は思いもしなかっただろうな。こんな夢みたいな暮らしをするようにな。
The story goes back to when Machio died due to his chronic illness. God apologizes to Machio because his life on Earth is so bad due to God's mistake. Machio is often betrayed by others and has been in the hospital for years. Because of that, God will give a second life to Machio in another world. God promised to make Machio live healthy, free, and peaceful. Even God will give magic and a body resistant to any disease to Machio. God offers one wish to Machio if he wants something for life in another world. Then Machio replied that he wanted to be a farmer. He has been fond of farming-themed games for a long time and often watches television shows about good farming practices. Machio had not interacted with the people of the previous world for a long time, so he wanted to become a farmer in a quiet and comfortable place. God was surprised by Machio's simple request. Then God immediately contacted the god of agriculture by phone. The task of the god now in front of Machio is simply reincarnating people. Then the god of agriculture was able to grant Machio's profession request, and he was gifted with the magic power of the all-purpose farming tool.
体が動く。体を起こすのも久しぶり。
Machio finally reincarnated into the body of a 20-year-old man. His body condition was very healthy, and he felt that there was extraordinary stamina in his body. Machio is very happy because he can live again in another world and live life like a normal person. Currently, Machio is in a forest far from the city. He also started planning the steps he would take for the next few days. Machio has farming experience through the game, so he can do things according to what he used to play. Then Machio immediately tried the magic power of the all-purpose farming tool and plowed some land there. Afterward, Machio explores the forest for a river, but unfortunately, he doesn't find it. Then Machio found a large tree suitable for his base. He immediately dug a hole to find a spring. After finding it, Machio looked for fruit or something edible around the forest, but he couldn't find it. Machio was still not hungry because the stamina in his body was insane, so he continued to chop down trees to gather materials for a house.
わからないが、想像できれば万能農具を変形させられるらしい。枝を落として丸太に切り分け、硬い木がチーズのように切れていく。
The sun was already starting to set, and it was only then that Machio realized that he had not built a bonfire. Machio also couldn't take out a lighter yet because he didn't ask God for details about this ability. Because of that, he was forced to make a temporary shelter at the foot of the largest tree. Machio also made wooden food utensils while waiting for morning to come. The next day, Machio prepared a bonfire and did another tree-cutting activity, but suddenly a monster attacked him. Machio killed the rabbit monster and cooked the meat for today's breakfast. Well, even though the in-season rabbit meat didn't delicious, Machio was still grateful for getting something to eat. But he wasn't hungry, he was just refilling his stamina again. Afterward, Machio made a toilet and farm fields. He also planned to grow vegetables in these fields, but after Machio finished making them, he realized he didn't have any seeds. Because of that, Machio will look for any plants around this forest to plant on his farm. But the next day, Machio was surprised because his fields were filled with vegetable crops. He thought this might be a blessing from the god of agriculture. Then Machio made a defense for his base so that the monsters would not destroy his farm. Many days have passed, and Machio continues tending the vegetables with the all-purpose farming tool. Afterward, he made a small house for his residence. Days and weeks passed, and Machio had gotten used to the life he was leading in another world. Then he saw a pair of hungry dogs. Because of that, Machio immediately ordered them to enter the base and eat the food that Machio got from the monsters. But suddenly, female dogs are about to give birth to cubs, and Machio is forced to take them to the house he has made. Machio also put up a bonfire to keep the dogs warm. The next day, Machio was very happy because the female dog managed to give birth to her puppies. But the dogs don't want to leave Machio's base. Because of that, they became Machio's first friends here. The male dog is named Kuro, and the female is named Yuki. If the names are combined, it becomes Kuroyuki. Then Machio built another house beside Kuroyuki's house. Kuroyuki also often helps Machio to protect the headquarters from attacks by monsters. From here on, Machio will live his new life peacefully and relax with them.
ぼちぼちのんびり頑張っていこう
On the other hand, a girl is enjoying her dinner in a secluded bar at night. The bartender tells about the forest of death, whose rumors have spread everywhere. There were many wild animals and monsters there, and if they attacked the village, the citizens would not be able to rest because they had to deal with the problem.
ちょうどいいかもね。